Venti, the ANEMO Archon. Many people say he's fallen out of the meta, he's trash, he's useless. No. Venti is still one of the strongest characters in the game, and with his 4.1 second phase banner coming, some people might pull for him and wonder how to build him, and so that's what this quick guide's for. Let's start with artifacts. It's pretty straightforward. 4-piece Viridescent Venerer is the only set you should ever put on Venti. He literally doesn't use any other set well. It boosts team damage and Venti's personal swirl damage, so use VV. For the main stats, the Goblet and Circlet should always be Elemental Mastery, and the Sands can either be EM as well, or Energy Recharge if you're somehow having ER issues, but it will perform much worse. The substats you should generally aim for is Elemental Mastery on the Flower and Feather, then Energy Recharge. It's really the only other useful stat. You could go for crit, but it won't improve his damage by that much unless you have like godly pieces or something. As for his weapons, Venti's best in slot is the Elegy of the End. It's his signature. It's pretty much the perfect support bow, as it gives energy recharge and a team-wide EM and attack percent buff. For the 4-star options, the Stringless is his best option at both R1 and R5. If you want energy recharge weapons, Favonius, End of the Line, or Fading Twilight are decent. If you want an elemental mastery weapon other than Stringless, then Windbloom Ode is the only other option. If you have none of those 4-star weapons, then the only 3-star option is the Raven Bow, as it gives a little EM. Now for Venti's best team comps. So he's an ANEMO support unit. He can be useful in a lot of teams. However, his best is Freeze, especially with Ganyu and Ayato, as their bursts and Venti's grouping can put out a lot of damage, but you can use many combinations of Cryo and Hydra units for Freeze. Electrocharged is also a pretty powerful team comp, especially with Ayato and Fischl, again with Venti's grouping. Venti can also help group enemies for dual ANEMO hypercarry teams, specifically with Wanderer and Zhao, whose attacks have small AoE, and that also push back the enemies. Or instead of a hypercarry, you can do a dual ANEMO aggravate team with Kazuha on Thundering Fury. It actually works surprisingly well in multi-target situations. However, Venti has this unique thing where, just do this, you can turn any character into a plunge attacker. Have Raiden? Plunge attacker. Cyno? Plunge attacker. You don't have Zhao? That's fine. Zhao at home. But my personal favorite, do this, 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 and this. Yeah, this should work. Oh my, what is even happening right now? Yeah, 4 quadratic scalars is kind of stupid. But that's it for the Venti quick guide. Again, he's still a really useful character. He's an Archon, ANEMO, support, grouping. People say Kazuha has power crept him, but I think Venti has his own little niche. He's still useful if you want to pull for him in his upcoming banner, but overall, he's still a decent unit to this day.